Hello, everyone, and welcome to Feed Him, a horror adventure game set in a small town. And that's about all I know. Unless we can get some clues from this menu, but I gotta say, so far I'm really liking the vibe of this. A priest recoiling in horror at some unknown glowing red thing? And what appears to be someone peeking in the window behind him. Oh, I just realized there's a lamp in the corner. Okay, so no clues as to the identity of the thing he's recoiling in horror at, but when priests recoil in horror, you know it's gotta be something bad. Now, graphically, this looks something like a game I played a while back called Unturned, but I believe this is actually in the Unreal Engine. I don't know if that was too, but it's a visual style that I really feel like it has potential here. I've never played a horror game with this look, at least not that I can remember, so I'm really interested to see how this comes out. And I like that the option to start game is just labeled Feed Him. Let's find out who he is, shall we? Ooh. You know, with the lighting and fog, this actually looks pretty impressive. My very first indie game project. Yeah, the developer actually messaged me when this came out, asking me to play it. I'm sorry it took so long to get to it, with a whole lot of things I had to rush to happening all at once. An innocent town with a grim story. Oh, are we gonna have a Twin Peaks sort of situation here? What's going on in this house? Current tasks, read note on counter. Let's read that note, shall we? Well, we have a map of the town, and we can mouse over all this stuff and see what each location is. Huh, are we gonna have a little bit of an open world going on here? That's kind of interesting. Alright, read note on counter. Which of you is the note? Dear roommate, welcome to your new home. Unfortunately, I'm unable to make it down the stairs, so if you wouldn't mind, please get me some food and something to drink. Is our roommate disabled? To begin playing, bring him the soda, pizza, and coffee from the kitchen. P.S. It will get dark outside. What was that noise? Don't forget the map and flashlight. They're on the kitchen counter. Okay, let's grab this stuff. So we need to get coffee. I guess we need to bring each item upstairs individually. Yeah, I hope you don't mind if it's a little bit dropped, do you? So let's start with this drink. And let's meet our roommate. Father Gregory. Fancy seeing you here, although you're not the Father Gregory I know. Ooh. I really hope you've got some exposition for me. I guess I gave that to you. Welcome, child. Don't be afraid now. All is well. As long as we keep him well fed, no harm will come upon us. Okay, thrusting me right in at the deep end. You got more for me? Just leave items in front of his cage to feed him. Unfortunately, I can't leave him unattended, so I need you to go out, explore town, and bring back food for him. Take time in between runs to explore the town and see what you might find. What is he? It looks like maybe wings on his back, or maybe those are frills on sleeves. I don't know. Oh, they've got this set up so that I can't really get a good look at him. Once you're finished grabbing the food from downstairs, you'll be able to venture out. Oh, and don't forget your flashlight. It can get pretty dark out there at night. Okay. So we gotta go downstairs, get the rest of that food for him. Oh, we've stumbled straight into a situation straight out of a horror movie. We need to make sure that we keep him fed or something will happen. Oh, and we're a hapless victim. A necessary lure to keep this going. That's 2 out of 3. And now probably the last thing is that pizza we threw on the ground. Hope he doesn't mind. Can we rotate these things at all? It doesn't seem so. But I guess it doesn't really matter. There we go. Shop at Fruit Market and find a way to escape him. Oh, this is... I really, really like this so far. Okay, so you're done talking to me. These doors weren't open before. A couple of bedrooms, some decorations. Apparently somebody was a sports star. Is that who we currently find in here? Are we caring for a possessed person? Oh, and listen, we've got a really eerie soundtrack going. I love this idea, and... Oh no, that bar at the top must be how long we have! Hello, townspeople. What up? Can we talk to you? No, it doesn't seem so. Alright, we need to go to the store and keep him fed, because I have a feeling just running away isn't going to help us here. Alright, shop at the fruit market. Where's the fruit market? Gun store? Fruit market, dead ahead and to the left. Oh, it's just thrusting us into this situation. Real concept-based horror. Much like our character! We're thrown right in and distracted. Guys, you want to watch out? Oh man, I really need to get my head in the game. I just didn't expect to be thrown in like this. Oh no. Okay, there's the door. We need to buy 2 things from the fruit market. But what do we need? We can't seem to grab anything from the aisles. Is there a cashier? Hi. Hey, you're that new kid, right? I don't mean to... No, come back. I didn't press E a second time. Be sure to keep your eyes open when you look around town. Oh, and if you see Bob from the pawn shop... No, it keeps disappearing really before I can read it. Oh, and if you see Bob from the pawn shop next door, tell him I need to speak to him. Okay, but how do I... Okay, I probably need to do that. No, come on. How do I buy? How buy? There's a note here. Second reminder, Bob's pawn shop. Please be sure to pay the full amount by the end of this month, Bob. It's been weeks past due. Okay, I'm running out of time here. I need to know how to buy this stuff right now. I don't know, maybe people do know about this. Maybe it's the whole town's dark secret, not just the priest. Alright, do I maybe need to just carry this stuff back? Maybe that's the case. Maybe I don't even have to worry about money. Okay, so we got the fruit market stuff. That gets us a lot of time bought. But yeah, this really does just feel like a dream. Thrust into this situation. A bunch of figures wandering around in the fog. A sense of danger and urgency, but so unspecific. This game's already got a vibe, I can tell you that much. We need that other fruit, but first, let's check out the pawn shop next door. There's a lot more going on here than unpaid bills. To anyone who reads this, my car ran out of gas near the old gas station outside town. Find me there. It's urgent. Okay. Investigate the gas station outside town. Which way is that? Trailers. Trailer house. Old gas station, that's all the way down. Past our house. Him house is down in that corner. Okay, so we can probably make that right. Maybe there should be a little bit more NPC interaction when it comes to traffic. What do those noises mean? And I really like this for an idea for a first game from a developer. it's a really good way to experiment by just having this scenario that the player is put into. And it's up to us to figure out how we want to go about it. It allows a lot of freedom and a lot of room, I think, for a new developer to experiment. Okay, so your car broke down near the gas station. Let's see what's going on in here. I knock on the door, but there's no one inside. Maybe we can get in some other way? I don't see anything inside the windows. But I can hear footsteps all around me. The back door doesn't seem to open. Oh wait, there's a side room right here. Something strange is going on here. It all started when him moved into town. People started disappearing. If anything happens to me, I'm sure it has something to do with him. There might be something of use in the church. I've hidden the church key behind the toilet. Bob. Oh, is something just opened? Okay, I don't know if I should be going for this right now. Behind the toilet. Behind the toilet. Oh, I just feel like such a sense of urgency. I'm not getting to comment, but maybe that's the idea. We're supposed to feel tied to this thing so that we have to balance the responsibilities and trying to figure out a way out of all this. That's not good. Come on, give me that. Drop you here. Can we leave? Okay, good. It's not locked. I do wish this flashlight was a little bit wider, just because I feel like it's, like, limiting my visibility a lot more than it should. Like, I can't see what's right in front of me. But, we really need to rush this. We need to head down the street, grab that fruit, and, make it right back to him. Or we're gonna learn exactly why we need to feed him. Also, it's very, very ominous that he's referred to only as him. Alright, got the fruit. Running back. The literal fate of the world relies on me not looking both ways before I cross the street right now. Oh, come on, run, run, run. Yeah, it's impossible for everyone not to know about this. That ominous red glow up in the window. It really is representative of, well, the town's dark secret. Here you go. Oh, thank you. Beer at the liquor store. Okay. What I think I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start queuing stuff up so that it's right at the house, so that I don't need to run all the way back every single time. Or rather, I don't need to run to the store every time and then come back. It'll be good to have something right there so that I can always go straight home and just bring something upstairs. Alright. Bring you an entire keg. Man, it seems like people do know about this, but I wonder just to what extent everyone else is trapped by this thing. Oh, how creepy is it, the idea that there's this being here, which essentially is holding this entire town hostage, even though it's in a cage. Okay, the key comes back here, it seems. I don't remember if I dropped it on the ground or if I dropped it on the way back, but in any case, we do now have a little bit of time for us to run back to the church and open it up, but I think shortly after that we'll have to drop off the keg. Now, if it does truly reset on giving it to them, we'll gain the most time out of a photo finish, really. Oh, look at the way they all march about. Ooh. Ah, yes, the ceremonial sword that we keep here. Oh, and another keg. Excuse me? Oh, no. So much for feeding him. Where is he? I can hear him! Katana ending. I'm not sure what just happened there. Glorified butter knife for the win. You escaped him. Ending 2 out of 5. Okay, I guess I won? I guess he ran straight to me and I killed him. Alright, well, if it was that easy... By the way, it's really funny that there was a keg behind the altar. Alright, yeah, I'm really interested in this. It's such a cool concept, and that ending I feel like was a little bit like, you know, just kind of gave it to me and it came a little too soon. But it's important to remember that this game is just a concept, just a place for the creator to test their skills after learning. And for only $2, I guess I can't really blame it. Still, I'm real interested in seeing the other ways this might resolve. So let's just grab all of our stuff and begin to feed him. What's up, Father Grigori? This time, let's have a little bit more of a look around town. I mean, what structures can we actually enter? We can knock on locked doors. Now that I have a moment to think about it, I'm able to realize that that's why the pawnshop owner was killed. I guess he learned about that katana, that it could be used to kill him. And him decided to do everything in his power to stop it. But that does beg the question, just how much do his powers extend beyond that cage? I mean, he was able to break out. Could he just do that at any time? What's going on at the sheriff's department? Well, we could bring coffee. What happens if we bring something that isn't what's actually meant to be used to feed him? I have a few ideas. Obviously, one of them is to let the bar run down. I still have yet to determine if those musical stabs actually mean anything. We can let the bar run down. We can see just how long we can feed him for. Or we could try bringing him the wrong things. Well, that did work. Oh, now I'm able to see in the light. You're wearing, like, farmer's overalls and tattered clothes. Just watching over this town that you effectively control. Actually, what happens if we do get hit by one of these cars? We just come right back here. The only thing it wastes is time. You know, this is the second time in the past couple of weeks that I've tried to get the get hit by a car ending, the other one being the karaoke. But there's all kinds of stuff on the outskirts of town. Maybe we should try that out as well. You know what? Actually, I've just had a look at the map. That's a farmhouse on the outskirts. So maybe he came from there? Hillbilly Joe, are you seeing this? Okay, there's a lot to this town. I'm gonna bring him some fruit just so that we refill the bar. I'm gonna bring a second box to buy myself the most amount of time, and then we're gonna head to that farm and try and see if we can learn about the origin of him. Alright, we bought ourselves a little bit of time. We can head straight back home to feed him again. Now let's see about getting to the outskirts of town and find out what we can find at that farm. We don't have a whole lot of time, that's the thing. Which I feel like in a game like this is pretty appropriate, really. I mean, you're supposed to feel tied down. You're supposed to feel trapped. I'm assuming that's the intention. But there must be something here. Well, there's a light on in that back window. Is there anyone here? Can bring you some food from your house, I guess. A kettle of coffee on the table. And a laptop. 1 out of 7. 1 out of 7, so it must be a collectible then. Oh, there's doors slamming all around this house. Oh, it was the front door. Did you just see something whip across the front like that? I could have sworn I saw something run across. Is there an upstairs? Wait, maybe if we bring him food from his house? I'm still just under the assumption that this is his house. After I bring him this, we'll go back and we'll check out the barn. Here's the meal you never got to finish. There you go. And, oh no, the fruit actually, it despawns, so we can't strategize like that. Okay. Well, that's a little bit of a problem. I mean, I guess I could have guessed when the key respawned. I said it before, I actually really, really like the graphics in this game. It's not running quite as well as I think it could be, but look, it's not even nighttime. Well, sort of. We see the stars in the sky, but there's almost like a gray fog that clings to the ground. Even though we can sort of see the horizon, the ground itself is so oppressively dark, and the soundtrack itself gives it this surreal atmosphere that, I don't know, it just makes it feel so haunted. It really does make the whole thing feel like a town trapped. What is this? I need to find a shovel to dig here. Okay, where can I find a shovel? Maybe up in the rafters? Whoops. There must be something to find here. Okay, I'm more convinced than ever that it's something to do with this farm. A nice car still parked in the garage. A tow truck outside. I guess coming to repo it. There's got to be a shovel somewhere. Maybe there's like a hardware store or something? Don's Donuts, bank, pawn shop. Maybe the pawn shop. Gun store. Liquor store. I don't know where I'd find crime scene right next door to his house. Yeah, I can't find a shovel. I think I'm just going to bring him this coffee. The thing is, as long as we keep finding, like, extra stuff out here, we can keep buying time, and that's the really important thing. It's all about buying ourselves time so we can look around and kind of put together the pieces of this puzzle. Really wish I could walk under this sign. Alright, I think this time we're going to check out the crime scene next door. That is this house, right? Yes. Located at 4 Church Lane. Crime scene, do not enter. Well, I got bigger problems, and that door is clearly ajar. Can we get a peek inside? It doesn't look like it. Ooh, we can see that there's a basement. Oh, how creepy is that? You know, now that I think about it, I rarely see this sight in games. Being able to look down into basement windows. Alright, I think if we can't get in here, at least not right away, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head to the... Over here it says J&J Warehouse Co. Maybe over there I can get a shovel. Eventually we are, of course, going to want to check out that gun store, too. Now, this is going to be our first time making our way to that end of the town, but on the way back we should be able to grab some fruit, if nothing else. Ooh, missing persons. Deputy Sheriff Mike, age 47. Blonde hair, wears black glasses, last seen at the farmhouse on the west side of town. I have a feeling we know who's in that shallow grave. Ooh, and there's what looks to be an empty shop here. But I don't see anything of use. I guess it's just under renovations. Alright, warehouse company. Do you have any tools you can potentially sell me? You were up there. I saw you. That means there's something important here, right? Okay, there's food here and something to interact with. Him, 2 Church Lane, Thatville, 2 heavy-duty trash bags, 1 shovel, 4 tarps. Well, he is the one who committed the murder then. So does that mean that the shovel is actually at our house? At the very least, we know that shovels come from here. Now, where did you actually go? See, this game is proof that lighting can do a lot, even with deceptively simple models and other graphics. But I don't see anything here. What? I didn't even see it. Oh, but here we have a crowbar. Question is, what do we do with that crowbar? Well, we know it's here for when the time comes to use it. That's the important thing. We know that a crowbar does spawn here. And I am going to drop this and bring back whatever food is back here. Alright, now, him is definitely behind the murder, possibly before being locked up in there. I wonder how long this has been going on for. But there's evidence that he may have the shovel. It may be around here somewhere. Oh, yeah, the back door is open. This definitely wasn't me. But as we head out back, this flashlight becomes even more useless. This house on the end of the street is abandoned. But there's a couple of cop cars right outside. And the lights are on. I don't see anything so far. It seems to have the same exact structure as my own house, just turned over. But there are some things I can get here. What is this? No, what is this? Is this like... I have no idea what the object I'm currently beholding is supposed to be. Yeah, it is exactly identical. But it seems it, too, is a crime scene. Okay, I just can't seem to find anything here. But this should placate you for a little bit while longer. We need to continue to investigate the farm. Or actually, we read that note, and I just realized it gave us... Oh, I see. We've been given 2 new objectives. One of them is investigate the farm, and the other is force open the front door. I bet the crowbar goes here, and there's something else at the farm now. Okay, we're starting to piece this together. It was on my screen the entire time. But the thing is, investigating the farm... Well, I'm gonna go over there, but I know that this is a dead end that ends with the shovel. Unless maybe the shovel has spawned there now. Oh, yep, there it is. There's the shovel. Okay, so it will not let us do this until we've made certain progress. There he is. Emergency broadcast instructions. Emergency radio available in the comms room of the sheriff's office. Tuned to frequency 89.7, channel 9. State location and cause of emergency. 89.7, channel 9. Okay, run, and hopefully nothing tries to stop us. 89.7, channel 9. 89.7, channel 9. 89.7, channel 9. Watch me still screw this up. 89.7, Channel 9. P. Sherman, 42, okay, where's the radio room? Just the radio room. Which of these is that? Oh, you gave us a whole evidence. Not what I need right now. And it's so dark, especially with this key reflecting all this light back at me. Right here. Right, 89.7, Channel 9. 911, what's your emergency? I hear heavy footsteps downstairs. I think there's someone in my house. Try to stay calm. What's your location? 1 Park Lane. Oh god, I think he's coming up the stairs. Please hurry. Police are on the way, ma'am. Is the door locked? And bad things. This isn't the comms room? There's 2 out of 7. And the key despawned. Hope I don't need that. Here's 3 out of 7. This looks like maybe the sheriff's office. Okay, we still have a little bit of time. What if we go upstairs? Comms. But I'm not going to have the key. That despawned way too quickly. But we'll bring him back a worthy prize. Yeah, nobody has to care that I'm doing all this. But then again, being sort of like a chosen, like, caretaker, maybe that's deliberate. Maybe they know that I'm doing this and they understand that it's necessary. Visibility extremely poor, though. It is so hard to see what I'm doing. Alright, here you go. Now I'm going to run all the way back to the farm to get into that comms room. But tell you what, this run right here has actually served to open up a lot of leads. There's a lot I can do. Now let's just remember, 89.7, Channel 9. 89.7, Channel 9. Alright, unlock the comms room. No. Don't you close on me. This also gives us roof access. Alright. Oh, we didn't even have to remember it. We send out the call. The police arrive, even though there's already tons of police cars all over town. And they just run somebody over, and we get the Mayday ending. And apparently we escaped him? Alright, this time, we're figuring out what happened at the house next door to us. Do not enter. We need to find something to force the door open, and I'm sure the crowbar is just how we do that. There is also another one up in that direction, another farmhouse. So maybe we'll have a look at that as well. Out of my way, buddy. J&J warehouse. This time I'm going to try to have a look and see just what it was that I was meant to see down the hallway, down the aisle. Clearly he has a presence even outside of the normal bounds of his cage. I saw you that time. You didn't have the regular red glow, but I saw you scurry back there. Oh, it's so creepy. Putting that movement behind the shelves so that you don't get a good look at it. It's movement amongst static objects, so it looks pretty cool. You know, it seems like each of these involves a crime scene in one way or another, but it's like he's working his way down this entire block. A crime scene in there, a crime scene here. But the abandoned house isn't considered a crime scene. It almost seems like maybe the cop pulled up and was taken while investigating. Nope. Let's turn on these lights. Ah! Hi! Oh, I didn't get a good look at that. Not at all. Okay. Let's continue searching for... Oh, right. This place has a basement. I think that whatever we're gonna find, that's where we'll find it. 2 body bags. You know, traditionally, the bodies aren't left behind at the crime scene. Oh, they were stocking up on ammunition. And alcohol. A winning combination in America. And a bunch of AV equipment with a camera pointed at that closet. Maybe it's just stored here, but it's on a tripod pointed at that closet. I can't help but be reminded of the movie House. Sup, Johnny? Since you decided to pull so much heat on our last job, I've moved the last shipment to the Vatville Motel. The key to the room should be laying around here somewhere in the basement. Please try not to alert the entire town again this time. Jim. Ah, so these guys are criminals. Alright, well, let's grab some... Oh, that keg takes up my entire screen. Let's bring this back so we can get a little bit more time. And then we'll see about heading off to this motel. There you go. Now, where's this motel? Farm outside of town, gas station, trailer house. The motel is right down the block. There's 2 motels. Or I guess they're considered the same one. Alright. No time to talk about it, we just have to get down there. Well, here we are. And this place reeks of sleaze. Now, I don't remember what the note said. I don't remember if they said they left it behind the motel, or if they left it around the motel somewhere, or if they specified a room. Well, we can see inside these rooms, but we can't open every door. The light is on in this one. Oh, wait, right here. No, we can't interact with this. Why not? From looking in the windows, it seems like, yeah, this is actually something different. This is accessible. And there's lots of food we can bring back, but hopefully a key of some sort somewhere. This is the luxury motel suite, is it? But it doesn't really seem to be helping at all. Oh, it says, yeah, around here somewhere in the basement, so it didn't have to refer to anywhere at the motel itself. Okay, yeah. I feel so rushed when it comes to reading, because, like, when I'm reading it, I can still see that bar ticking down. I'm actually not sure, like, if I think the bar should stop ticking down while you're reading, like, if it should pause time. I don't know. Okay, so let's get back over there, and I guess we just have to try it on every door. Whichever room we find, well, that's gonna have some goodies in it. Possibly some bad guy loot, too. So there's always the promise of that. Although, knowing this game, it'll probably just be more bodies. Oh, that door is open, which it was not before. Here we go. Nope. Oh my god. We're gonna have to go visit Uncle Jack and his gang. Oh, look at all this. They were planning something huge. Man, what in this town could possibly be worth all this firepower? Unless maybe they are just gun runners. Maybe that's the idea. Well, let's go stop a rampaging demon. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Although more likely he's gonna run straight to me, like the Katana ending. Where's he at? Where's he at? Can feel him stomping closer. Here he comes, and... there we go. We get the MG ending. Spray and pray, you escaped him. Oh, that's hilarious. Like, we don't even need the holy katana of whatever. We can literally just mow him down with a machine gun. Hello, Sheriff. You popped up on my screen for like 1 second. Not even. Now, what's our next move? According to the Steam achievements, I have basically 2 endings left to get. Now, I don't know how exactly to achieve them. One of them is titled Chicken, and the other is titled Your Ending. So I'd really like to know what those are. Now, it did have a screenshot of a car, so maybe we can come over here to the dealership, right? And purchase something that will enable us to leave, or maybe I could just try walking away. There's also other achievements for, like, flushing all toilets and flushing every toilet on the map and ringing all bells on the map, so, you know, we could go for all that. I'm not gonna spend time on that right now. Right now, all I care about is getting these endings. And pizza. Maybe we just have to try exiting through the tunnel? West Tunnel. Doesn't seem like we can, sadly. We can enter this house over here across the street from the farm. More food to be found here. But oddly enough, this door is locked. Alright, well, I guess we'll bring that back. What about the evidence room? Is there anything of use here? Surprisingly, no. Oh, wait, no, there is a thing here. The following items are to be recovered from 4 Church Lane, Thatville. Okay, so this is one way that we can get onto the crime scene. Alright, so we can actually come in at the middle. It's not entirely impossible to get onto a quest line if you haven't started part of it. Press E to interact. So this is my vehicle. I can still control the flashlight there. But it seems like we are just nope, and out of here literally in reverse. Oh, that is so funny. Chicken! And we achieved the chicken ending. Oh, that's hilarious. Winner, winner, don't bring him dinner. You escaped. Man, surviving demonic threats is easy. I guess the priest is the one who's more in shackles here. Which is fine by me. Alright, what's up if we talk to the gun store guy? Hey there, kiddo. How can I help you? Yeah, I'm really mad at somebody. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't sell you anything without a gun license. Okie doke. Well, it's a good thing there's a handy-dandy license place right next door. Oh, and it's closed. There's just no way to solve your own problems anymore. I'm actually kind of curious. What does happen... Oh, hi, Barry and Larry. Hey there. Welcome to Market 24 Hour. You better be careful. Come on. There have been a lot of people going missing around here lately. Check out the missing persons board. Maybe you've seen someone? What about you, Larry? And you do basically the same thing. Well, besides the gas station, that is. Are you looking for anything in particular? Well, we don't have dialogue options, so unfortunately I'm on mute at this point. There should be some chocolate cake left in the back. Okay, so there's stuff we can get here. Which kind of leads me to the other thing I want to try, which isn't what I was talking about a second ago. There's 2 things that we can do, as I see it. We can either continue feeding him and forget about trying to escape and just see what happens if we continue down this thread for a long time. So I'm going to do this for a while, and if this doesn't go anywhere, I'm going to see what happens when we let that bar that's hung over our shoulders for this entire time run down. I just noticed that up there. Flickering lights in the steeple. And we're not getting a new objective. Yeah, I'm not really too sure about what the point of the specific objectives is anyway. I kept going with them because I figured maybe they would grow and grow, or maybe he'd get stronger and stronger and things would start happening. But it seems like there's no real reason not to just grab whatever, because everything seems to give him the same amount of time back. So I guess there's nothing left now but to wait and see what he does if we do decide to starve him out. Probably not an option, given Father Grigori's apparent need to keep him in there. I mean, the bars suggest he's been at this for a while, right? Probably tried everything in the book. Except shooting him, I guess? Do you have any additional... Okay, yeah, you don't have any additional dialogue. Carl, what have you to say? Hey there. Didn't I see you driving into town earlier? Driving that van, right? If you ever need it fixed, just bring it over. You wouldn't want it to leave you stranded if you ever need to get out of town. Who would want to leave town? Anyways, have a good day now. You too, sir. Oh wait, there's something here as well. I owe you 1 crowbar. Hey Carl, got a shipment coming in today that's shipped in wooden crates. I'll bring it back once I'm done unpacking. Jeremy at the J&J warehouse. That's just another clue for something that we already resolved. Now, we're about to witness what happens when we fail to feed him. It's like releasing the Brickster. And we get Five Nights at Freddy's. And your ending. Better keep him happy while you escape. Ending 5 out of 5. And that is the end of Feed Him. At least as far as the main endings go. I like the concept a lot. The idea of taking religious horror from the angle of being the one that is beholden to this thing that is locked up, and yet seems to cast this almost literal but also figurative fog over the entire town. The whole thing just has this dreamlike air to it, watching all these townspeople shuffle around in the darkness of the fog. It's just such a creative premise, and I think part of the reason why I almost expected more from the endings is because the world is so built up that it feels like there's more, you know? The game has such a vibe to it. I think that's the big thing, and I think it's really promising on the part of the creator, because it's one thing to decide on your story and your mechanics and translate that into a game, but it's really important that it puts that all together in such a way where this game has a feeling, a mood that it puts you into every time you're walking around trying to accomplish objectives. You feel a certain way. In this case, it's a feeling of oppression and being trapped, and being in this sort of sequestered off world, even while you have the freedom to explore this whole expansive place. And it's just such a good sign that the creator understood that the game needed to have its own identity. And it does that through its graphics, through its characters, through its premise, and through the way the player engages with the world and uses that to try and find a way to defeat this thing. I really like this. I could see this being expanded upon into a full game. Maybe something that's a little bit more difficult, a little bit less obvious to figure out what it is you're supposed to be doing, so that you really have to put in that legwork and be a detective trying to figure out what's going on and how to defeat it, all while constantly having to be called back to do your duty to this creature. I don't want to skip out on mentioning the sound design as well, how it always sounded like there were footsteps around us. When we were exploring places, there would be sounds of doors closing and occasionally what seemed like a breath just in our ear. In that way, it tackles an element of religious horror that I really like, where the entity has a sense of presence all the time. You always feel like you're being watched or followed, even when nothing's happening. Actually, that sense of presence, now that I think about it, is even cooler because the entity that we're supposed to be dealing with is locked up the entire time. And so it gives you the impression that it's just waiting, not actually sealed away. It did have a couple of technical problems, like I feel like it didn't really run as well as it probably should have. And I would definitely increase the width of that flashlight beam because indoors it was just like impossible to see sometimes when I'm moving the camera around. But a couple of technical quibbles aside, my praises far outweigh my criticisms, and I would love to see more from this developer. If you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.